Okay. Are we ready? Hello. Oh, hey. Hello, everybody. Oh, don't clap. Oh, that's weird. This is not a performance. You don't have to clap while I come up or down, or like you should clap for your colleagues when they get awards, but the rest of it, not so much. Thank you, Corey, though. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad to see you here. Thank you to all our friends in the UCA for letting us use this beautiful space. It's a kind of fun opportunity to switch it up a little. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be back over here. I'm going to go do my job here in a second. But thank you all for those of you who are here. Thanks for welcoming us. And for those of you who trekked over here or drove over here, it's really, really great to see you. It's great to see so many of you in one place. So we're going to start this wonderful all-college meeting and award ceremony by reading the land acknowledgement. Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples. This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other native tribes. We recognize the indigenous people as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it. As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed. CSU is founded as a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion, and significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon. This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment. Thank you. So as I said, and you know, this is the all-college meeting and award ceremony, but pretty much it's all awards. We're not going to do, we have one little tiny bit of all-college business to take care of together, which Rose will do for us in a moment. But mostly we're here just for fun and celebration and getting to recognize the amazing accomplishments of our colleagues. I've got just a few opening remarks that I wanted to share with you just to do a little bit of scene setting and stage setting before we get underway. Oh, that's me. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. So you may wonder, why am I looking at a screenshot of the library webpage? I mean, you know, this is a university, these things we do. But the story that I want to tell you starts with a really amazing experience that I got to have yesterday when I visited the university archives to see the papers that marked CSU's contributions to the founding of the Peace Corps, which is something I knew was kind of a thing that maybe had happened, but I didn't really know the story behind it. And my visit to the archives was part of a CSU's Women in Philanthropy event. I know I saw a few of you there. It was a really wonderful event. It's a really wonderful organization that CSU's put together, and was also in celebration of this year's Presidential Executive in Residence, a wonderful woman named Carol Spahn, who's the former director of the Peace Corps. She's quite an inspiration. She'll be around for another few months if you have a chance to meet her. She's really incredible. I will be honest with you that when it appeared on my calendar, thanks Colleen, that I was going to visit the university archives to look at some papers, it didn't pop out as the highlight of my week. And so I arrived at the archives, you know, the special archive room, which is amazing, with more of a feeling of meh than genuine excitement. But the reason I want to tell you about this adventure I had in the archives is because it turned out to be really quite moving. So I'm going to tell you the story fairly briefly and then tell you why I'm telling you the story, and then I'll get on with it. So the story goes like this. There were two CSU researchers, Maury Abrahamson and Pauline Berkey, and this is like the late 50s, early 60s. And there was sort of buzz around the country, and especially in DC, that maybe it was going to be time for the US to build some sort of extraordinary new public service program. But nobody knew exactly what it should be or what it could be or what would make a big difference. And so the State Department and another agency put out a call for grants, something many of us are very, very familiar with. And on the left, I know you can't see this. This is my excellent photography. I apologize. You'll note my thumb in the right-hand picture, so perhaps now. Oh, although thumbs are a theme today, so maybe that makes more sense than I thought. So what you see on the left here that you cannot read because it's too far away is the actual grant proposal. So they applied for this grant, and the eagle-eyed among you might see that they applied for a $20,000 grant. They got $10,000, which is classic CSU, classic grants personship in general. And so they get this grant proposal to do a bunch of research to think about what kind of a public service program would be truly something special that the America could put together in this particular moment. So they get $10,000, and they needed 20, but they made the money stretch, and they found other sources. They, as a research team, as well as their collaborators around the university, they traveled to multiple countries to interview aid workers in the field. They conducted a survey of hundreds of people working in the US in international AIDS-focused nonprofits. Not pictured, but I should have taken a picture of it, were these huge mimeographed packets of survey questionnaires that were sent out. So each person who got a questionnaire was like this tall, and the instructions on the top said in bold letters, "We know this looks like a really long survey, but we trust us. It's really important work. Please fill it out." This felt very familiar to me. I felt very seen as a social scientist. And so they get all this data, and then they write a report. And they did all this within just a very few months, six months to the preliminary report, and then about a year to the real report. And the final report that they wrote essentially said, yes, we could do this. Let's build this thing that they were calling a youth corps that eventually the Kennedy administration came to call the Peace Corps. And that report went to then presidential candidate, John F. Kennedy. And that full document, in fact, became the cornerstone sort of layout of what would later become the actual Peace Corps. So it's pretty cool. It was really amazing to see. And I tell you this story first, because it, in a fairly obvious way, represents what we're here to celebrate this afternoon. We're here to talk about the impact and the legacy of the work that we do. So today, we're gonna have a lot of chances to recognize achievements big and small by our colleagues. Some of those are brilliant research programs. Some of them are incredible acts of teaching and service whose impact will resonate through the lives and careers of all of our colleagues, all of our students. And some of them are moments of kindness and humor and grace that so many of you bring forward, and that are, in fact, what create the texture of this place, that makes this college a place that most of the time is a place that we can love. So obviously, we probably not all of us are starting the Peace Corps, but the kernels of the work that we do, both as individuals and also, I think importantly, as individuals in this particular community, that work matters in the world, and that's something we're here to celebrate. But actually, the basic narrative through line of this Peace Corps founding, these intrepid researchers who are making a difference, yay, that's an awesome story, but it's actually not what moved me in the visit to the archives. What actually kind of got me yesterday was the mundane moments of these researchers and their collaborators doing their work. And many of these mundane moments are really recognizable now, even in our time, many decades later. Some of the papers that were spread out for us to look at in the archives were notes back and forth among the grant team about how to get the work done without having enough money. Some of the papers that were spread out for us to look at were notes of demands from external constituents asking how could they possibly try, could they really try a little bit harder to get the work done faster? And some of the papers that they laid out for us were annoyed memos, like pieces of paper, between collaborators talking about the impossibilities of trying to work together. And in fact, on this slide that you can read very clearly, these are not designed for you to read. I'm going to read you the important pieces. What you see here, this is a memo from Maury Abramson, who is the primary researcher on this, addressed to, quote, deans, department heads, and selected faculty, inviting them to a meeting about the Youth Corps study project. So in this memo, mailed to people, he's trying to find, this is probably the last time anyone actually used those mailbox codes that we use in Kim. Sorry, it was a little Kim joke. He's trying to find collaborators, and the language he's using is familiar to anyone who's ever tried to set up a meeting. So essentially, the words he say are, please call this meeting to the attention of your staff and anyone else who might be interested. If you cannot attend but are interested, please advise my office. He's asking, as we often do, please be interested in this amazing project I'm trying to do. Please be part of my community of curiosity and join with me to do this work. But the best part of this is it turns out this was Maury's second attempt to set up a collaboration meeting to, do the basic research that would create the Peace Corps. The first meeting persists in the archives only as apology notes from people who didn't show up when he scheduled the first meeting. The notes read, sorry, I got too busy, I had other obligations, I'll try to get to the next one. It's pretty real. And in this way, I thought these documents, and I know this is not what should move me when you go to the archives. Like, the Peace Corps is amazing and important, and I'm glad the work got done. But the mundane work of these people trying to persist through something that was really hard to do kind of choked me up. It felt like a real true origin story of any piece of legacy building action, of doing difficult work under challenging conditions with never enough resources, people continuing to persist after failure, making mistakes and being resilient to those mistakes, and people undertaking these projects where success is only one possible outcome. It's not a guarantee. Failure often seems much more likely. This is a serious part of the story. The story moved me because it reflected, I think, how I feel every day as a leader, and I think perhaps how many of you feel as well. On the one hand, the potential and hope and optimism and deep belief in the work that we all get to do here together. The feeling, as I'm sure they must have had doing this Peace Corps research, that like we're on to something, that what we're doing matters, or that we have momentum, or that this is our special moment. We are succeeding, that feels amazing. And all of that positive energy that I hold, that I know many of you hold, sits in contrast, in contradiction, in tension with, of course, the sort of mundane, everyday, blurk, hard parts of our job. It's still really hard to get people to show up to a meeting to collaborate or to brainstorm. But also the really big, hard set of external circumstances that we face right now. Budget challenges, declining trust in higher ed, a hostile federal government, uncertainties about the impact of artificial intelligence, climate change, and a million other challenges that seem existential. I think to myself when I wake up in the morning, who am I to believe that we're going in the right direction when everything in the world seems to be going wrong? And I think of you, who am I, perhaps you think, to believe that your work in the classroom or the conversations that you facilitate will shape the trajectory that we're facing right now toward resilience in our democratic society? Or who am I, perhaps you think, to believe that the papers that you write or the pottery you shape with your hands, the music you perform on this stage, could possibly matter when oceans are warming and we may be handing over human cognition to technologies we don't entirely understand, you know, the little things. And yet, this is what I've come to believe. In the archives of this work and in this community, Maury and Pauline couldn't be sure that the Peace Corps was going to happen. They couldn't know that more than 240,000 Americans, that includes more than 1,800 CSU students over the years, would be able to give their time in countries around the world, and that part of that movement and the growth of USAID would contribute to an entirely different understanding of America's place in the world. They didn't know any of that. They just believed in the project, and they did the work. They sent the memos, and they scheduled the second meeting and the third meeting, and they put up with the people who didn't show up, and they probably invited them again. And they mailed out the surveys, and they made the money stretch. And what they did is what we do. We send the memos and reschedule the meeting. We show up for the hard conversations, and we show up for each other. You've all shown up for each other here today. God knows we make the money stretch, and we make mistakes, at least I do. We fail sometimes, and we try again. We do this work with outcomes, just like for them, that we can't guarantee. And we do it because we believe, and because we know that it matters, that it's going to matter, and that what we are building or teaching or making or writing is something that belongs in the world, full stop, no matter what. And so this afternoon, this evening, I want to ask you to set down, just for these couple of hours, the weight of everything that we're doing and going through that is hard. I don't want you to forget about it, because I promise you it'll be there when we pick it back up, but I want you to bracket it. Let's take this time to celebrate together. Those who are being recognized for awards tonight, for the accomplishments that we can see and talk about together. And also those, every one of you here who are doing the work, even when it's hard. And there's not much work right now that doesn't have some elements of being hard. And so I'll ask you tonight, and I've asked you before, and I'm going to keep asking you over the months and maybe the years to come, to sit with a contradiction, that it is possible to believe that we can thrive, even when we're doing work in really difficult times. that it's possible that we can celebrate together even when things are difficult, that both of those things can be true at the same time. So I'm going to close with a quote from then presidential candidate John F. Kennedy. Am I doing history, Sarah? Yeah. Is this digital history? No, I know it's not. I know it's not. I've done it all wrong. You can tell me later. It's cool. But thank you for farming me. So this is a quote from not yet President Kennedy when he gave an impromptu late night speech, like 2 a.m., says that in small print, 2 a.m. to university students, that many people, in the vague things that I read, mark as a pivotal moment of inspiration for this like basic idea that eventually would become the Peace Corps. And it's this short, really lovely speech, and he asked students to consider being part of a bold experiment in public service. And he tells them that on their answer, on their willingness to take what they've been given and to use it to give back, would depend the fate of our free society. It's, epic. And he called them to purpose. And it was this speech that inspired the great work of our scholars at CSU, our researchers whose hard work began to fill out this idea and make it something that felt like a reality. So we're talking about an idea born in a university, grown and nurtured in a university, in this university, and brought to life by students from dozens of universities. And so I put this quote in here because I thought it was a really perfect moment. Unfortunately, he gave this speech at the University of Michigan, the worst place in the world. But that's okay. We're always going to be sitting in contradiction of some kind. Okay, that's the end. It's the end of the heaviness, perhaps not the end of the joy. We're just going to get started. Before we get started with our awards, we have one piece of all college business that I'm going to hand over to Chief Academic Officer and Interim Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs, she of many jobs, Rose Henschel. And while Rose, yes, clap for Rose, that's good. Please do clap for Rose. Okay. I made you clap a little too early. Okay, while Rose is slowly making her final way up here, I'm going to remind you all, awardees, over here is soon to be momentarily Dr. Court Fallon. Yay! Who has been an amazing assistant in the dean's office for quite some time. So when your name is called for whatever purpose, for whatever reason, please head toward Court and she will guide you through the mechanism across the stage here. Rose will hand you an award, we think, that's how it's gonna go. And then weirdly, because I don't know why, I'm gonna sit here. Now I know why, because it was my damn idea. I'm gonna sit here in this chair and I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up? So if you wanna shake my hand, that's fine. If you wanna wink at me, like whatever weird thing you wanna make happen, that's fine too. I will be here, and then there will also be someone here in the podium. But most importantly, Nicole, Nicole's right there. Nicole will be here to take your picture here. The wall is very pretty and nice. So you've already received these instructions from Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie, wherever you are. So the only new thing in what I just told you is the part where I will be sitting here weirdly, awkwardly, available to you for whatever you may need. So, all right, now I'm handing it over to Rose.
Okay, there's a couple of unprecedented things happening here. One is you're applauding for a college code vote. The second is that college code is following John F. Kennedy's inspirational speech about the Peace Corps. And third is that some of you brought your family and loved ones, and they get to see the most intricate part of academic bureaucracy right here. So enjoy for these few minutes. We have a revision to the college code for your consideration. I sent this out about 3 weeks ago to faculty, and I'll talk through it a little bit, but we do need a vote. We only get together a couple of times a year, and we need our full convocation, or our convocation of faculty in order to vote on this. So this is to section 16, which is guidelines for promotion of non-tenure track faculty of the College of Liberal Arts. All eligible faculty may vote, and this is defined in the faculty manual as all tenured, tenure track, contract continuing, and transitional members of the faculty. So that does not designate a certain percentage, so that's pretty much everybody who's faculty that's here, except for adjunct faculty. So per the college procedure, questions before the college faculty will be decided on by a majority vote. of those present and voting. I can't see you, so I have at least a couple people over here that are going to look to make sure that hands are being raised. Again, I sent out an email to faculty on April 7th with the proposed changes, so hopefully you've had a chance to see them, and I haven't really heard much, so I don't think this is particularly controversial. On the screen are the proposed changes. I'm not going to read this, but I want to tell you what has changed. This code change removes the word consecutive from 10 consecutive semesters. So now the change has gone from after 5 years or 10 semesters, and we've added the underlined of at least 0.5%, 0.5 FTE, so 50%. We have struck all of the references to special. We don't use that language anymore, so it's just residual language. And so that's pretty much the change, is substantively removing consecutive and adding the 0.5 FTE. The rationale for this change, deleting special, as I just said, is we don't use that term anymore. Adding the 0.5 is actually codifying an existing practice. And the primary rationale for the removal of consecutive is to be in alignment with the faculty manual that says, normally after 5 years in rank, faculty are eligible for promotion. So the proposed changes don't change the time and the commitment required for promotion. Faculty applying for promotion will still have to meet the same requirements, regardless of whether they have worked for 10 consecutive semesters or not. We wanted to take the time out of this meeting now because we are, again, aligning with the faculty manual, which is important. And the faculty are submitting their promotion files each fall, and we want to make clear to faculty whether or not they're eligible to be going up before they head off into summer to put together their promotion package. So, may I please have a motion? Ashley Davies. Okay, may I have a second? A second. Thank you, Annie Krieg. Those are my plants. I love you. I try, because as I said, I can't see anyone. Democracy in action. I just want you to know I saw other people raising their hands. So there were people that wanted to, and I see you, your hands. So all of those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. All those opposed, same sign. Can't see you. All right, the motion is carried. We will now proceed to the most joyful part. I can't imagine that this is true. Who wrote this? The most joyful part of today's event, the award ceremony. And I get to move from the microphone to be handing you the physical awards. I'd like to invite Senior Associate Dean Ryan Claycomb to the stage to present the first set of awards. Our Dean's Office Student Assistant and soon-to-be Dr. Court Fallon will be by the stage entrance to direct our recipients across the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Awards in the College of Liberal Arts are many things: a celebration of achievement, an opportunity to honor individuals, a way to highlight the kinds of things that we do best. But part of why I love this event is that it places individual achievement in the context of community. The awards we'll be presenting today are indeed about extraordinary individuals, but they are also about the fabric of excellence that we are weaving together. As I announce the first few awards this afternoon, I hope that we join in honoring these amazing people, but also the way that their work is enriched by and is enriching this amazing college of faculty, staff, and students. These are the awards that I will be presenting. The first award is the Morgan Chair, which goes to Tara Opsel in the Department of Sociology. Awarded every 3 years, the Morgan Endowed Chair is the highest faculty honor in the college. This year's recipient is Tara Opsel, professor and chair in the Department of Sociology. The award will go to support Tara's work in the Criminal Justice and Victimization Institute. This research examines how systems of corrections and criminal justice shape individual lives and reproduce inequality. She will turn that scholarship into change for the organizations and communities most affected. Supported by the Morgan Chairship, the center under Tara's leadership will bring rigorous, community-engaged justice research to partners across the state, with particular attention to rural and under-resourced communities, often left out of traditional research partnerships. Please join me in congratulating Tara Opsel. Give her the front way. This year's recipient of funding for the Bimson Seminar is Dr. Niroj Bhattarai, Associate Teaching Professor in the Department of Economics. Under his direction, this summer's Bimson Seminar responds to Colorado's newly enacted financial literacy graduation requirement to bring high school teachers from across Colorado to CSU for an immersive professional development retreat. Under his leadership, Under his leadership, the seminar will strengthen participants' understanding of economic concepts, share CSU's innovative and inclusive teaching practices, and help teachers approach economics as a human-centered discipline that links theory with lived experience. Please join me in congratulating Niroj Bhattarai. Our next award goes to Dr. Mira Fall, Associate Professor in Communication Studies. Mira's work over nearly a decade at CSU began with the interdisciplinary B-Sharp Arts Engagement Research Team, which included key stakeholders from the Alzheimer's Association of Northern Colorado, the Larimer County Office on Aging, and Dementia Together. Her recent work has focused on this last group to understand the community's needs and bring her scholarly expertise to bear on important questions about health, well-being, effective communication practices, and relationship sustainabilities for families affected by dementia. With over $300,000 in grant funding, thorough integration of graduate student opportunities into the work, and meaningful community impact, her work exemplifies the promise of engaged research at CSU. Please join me in congratulating Mira Fall. This next award honors outstanding service contributions to the department, college, university, or community, and it goes to Dr. Adam Thomas. Adam's service to the department, the college, and communities across Colorado has transformed the way CSU connects historical scholarship to the public good. As internship coordinator, he has built partnerships with museums, municipal governments, and heritage organizations from Greeley to Dublin, creating the department's first international placements along the way. As faculty advisor to Phi Alpha Theta and the CSU History Club, he has cultivated a vibrant intellectual community that bridges students, faculty, and alumni. And through his leadership developing the CSU History Action Response Team, he is bringing preservation expertise directly to rural and underserved Colorado communities that need it most. His work exemplifies what civic engagement in our college can achieve. Please join me in congratulating Adam Thomas. Now please welcome our next presenter, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Affairs and Student Success, Dr. Ellie Light.
Good afternoon. I am honored today to recognize 4 exceptional colleagues. First is the Excellence in Student Mentorship Award, which goes to Lisa Morgan, School of Music, Theater, and Dance. Lisa Morgan has been an instructor of dance at CSU for 25 years. She is the founder of Moving Through Parkinson's, a program where dance, music therapy, and occupational therapy students work together supporting community members with movement disorders. She also coordinates Brainy for Title I schools and directs the Education in Motion Professional Development Seminar. In every program, she pulls CSU students in as mentees and co-presenters, turning community work into transformative learning experiences. Colleagues across disciplines describe her as someone who lifts up everyone around her. Please congratulate Lisa Morgan. Next, we have the Excellence in Teaching Continuing Contract and Adjunct Faculty Award, which goes to Rachel Kirby. From the Department of Languages and Global Studies. Rachel Kirby has spent 22 years building a beloved teaching legacy in CLA. She teaches German at every level, from the first semester language classes on Weimar culture and the Holocaust, and she brings each course alive with film, artifacts, and community experiences. Her classroom is warm and inclusive. Students who struggle with anxiety say they never have had a problem with that in her class. Over 2 decades, former students have written to her from graduate schools, study abroad programs, and military postings, often in Germany, to say thank you. Please help me congratulate Rachel Kirby. Our next award is the Excellence in Teaching Untenured Tenure Track Faculty Award, which goes to Alexis Kennedy, Department of Political Science. In 4.5 years, Alexis Kennedy has made a remarkable impact in the Master of Public Policy and Administration program. She has developed graduate courses, mentored 60 capstone projects for real clients, including work that informed Colorado AI legislation, and is described as highly supportive and influential mentor. She arranges field trips, brings in guest speakers, and has helped students land internships and change careers. She teaches 7 to 8 courses a year and still earns extraordinary student feedback. Please congratulate Alexis Kennedy. And the last award I will present today is the Excellence in Teaching Tenured Associate or Full Professor Award, which goes to Jessica Barbata Jackson, Department of History. Jessica has fundamentally reshaped history education at CSU. Since 2007, she has grown the social studies teaching concentration by more than 300% and built a program that sends students to present at national conferences alongside award-winning historians. Her History Matters initiative creates equity-driven, hyper-local curriculum with Poudre School District teachers and students, reaching 673 K-12 students in just 3 semesters. She received the City of Fort Collins Rising Star Human Relations Award for this work. Students call her classes the best that they've taken at CSU. Please congratulate Jessica Barbata Jackson. Now I'd like to invite our next presenter, Associate Dean for Research and Graduate Programs, Dr. Alyssa Bronstein.
Hello. It's good to sort of see all of you. So one of the real privileges of this job is celebrating the extraordinary work happening across our college. And today I have the benefit of honoring 6 remarkable people, so let's get right to it. Starting with the Excellence in Teaching Award for a graduate teaching assistant, our first award recognizes a graduate TA who's made an outsized impact on student learning in the College of Liberal Arts. Kylie Johnson, please come down, is a Kylie Johnson is a PhD candidate in Comm Studies who served as instructor of record for 7 undergraduate courses, 3 of which she designed, while co-teaching a graduate pedagogy course and serving as the go-to mentor for all public speaking instructors in her department. 98% of her students rated her as having a positive impact as an instructor, and several have described her class as the best they've taken at CSU. She's a scholar of teaching in every sense. Please join me in congratulating Kylie Johnson. Congratulations. So our next 3 awards are the Ann Gill Faculty Development Awards, which support bold, high-impact research across the social sciences, humanities, and creative arts. In the social sciences category, this year's award goes to Guy Numa from the Department of Economics. The award is for his book project, The Economics of W.E.B. Du Bois, under contract with the University of Chicago Press. Guy is doing something genuinely field-shaping. W.E.B. Du Bois is one of the most important American intellectuals of the 20th century, celebrated across sociology, history, and philosophy, but his contributions to economics have been largely overlooked. Despite his lifelong engagement with questions of income, wealth, and racial stratification, there's never been a book devoted to his economic thought. Guy's project fills that gap, and in doing so, it is rewriting a chapter of the history of economic thought. Guy's work demonstrates that Du Bois anticipated the theoretical and methodological foundations of what is now called stratification economics, making him the true pioneer of an entire interdisciplinary subfield. This is a significant contribution not just to the history of ideas, but to how economists understand their own discipline's intellectual origins. Please join me in congratulating Guy Numa. In the humanities category, this year's award goes to Sarah Payne from the Department of History. This is for her project, Invisible Stewards, Concessionaire Labor, Housing, and the Politics of Work in U.S. National Parks. Most of us have visited national parks and marveled at the scenery, but Sarah wants us to think about who made that visit possible. Her book recovers the history of the seasonal concessionaire workers, students, immigrants, retirees, itinerant laborers, who staff the lodges, restaurants, and campgrounds that millions of visitors depend on. These worker stories have never been systematically studied, and Sarah's project uses an innovative combination of archival research, oral histories, and analysis of the built environment itself as evidence of institutional hierarchy. Sarah is the director of CSU's Public and Environmental History Center and is a series editor for the University of Oklahoma Press's Public Lands History series. Her work sits right at the intersection of the humanities, environmental scholarship, and our land grant mission. Please congratulate Sarah Payne. So nice. In the Creative Arts category, this year's award goes to Andrew Alchel from the Department of English. The award is for his fourth novel, The Greatest Story Ever Told. Andrew is an established, nationally recognized novelist. His previous book, The Gringa, was reviewed in the New York Times, the Times of London, the LA Times, and the New York Review of Books. His new novel is his most ambitious yet, a roughly 500-page work about grief, faith, art, techno-capitalism, and conspiracy that follows a man searching for his missing twin sister through a labyrinth of converging intrigues spanning San Francisco, New York, Madrid, and the tiny principality of Liechtenstein. Not like my last name. The novel's structure and style, sometimes called hysterical realism, mirror its themes, using the very form of storytelling to explore how narratives are wielded as instruments of power and control. This is exactly the kind of literature that pushes readers to think differently. Please congratulate Andrew Alchel. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Really.
Our next award is the John N. Stern Distinguished Professor Award, which honors tenured faculty who have demonstrated exemplary accomplishments across their professional responsibilities over an extended career. This year, we are proud to recognize two recipients. The first is Toby Jacoby, Professor of English. Toby has been at CSU for 22 years, and she is a forerunner in the field of prison literacy and writing studies. She was one of the first scholars in rhetoric and writing to publish what is now a vibrant subfield, and colleagues at other institutions describe her work as foundational to everything that has followed. For more than 20 years, Toby has directed the Community Literacy Center, running weekly writing workshops with incarcerated individuals, people in addiction recovery, and other community members whose voices are too often unheard. Under her leadership, the center has published 36 volumes of the Speak Out Journal, amplifying the writing and art of nearly 1,800 people. This past year, she received the Coalition for Community Writing's National Outstanding Community University Project Award, and she's mentored dozens of graduate and undergraduate students through the research process, many of whom have gone on to build community writing programs of their own across the country. One of her nominators put it simply: there's no scholarship in prison literacy studies in the last 20 years that has not been deeply informed by Toby's work. Please join me in congratulating Toby Jacoby. Our second Stern Distinguished Professor is Erica Osborne, Professor in the Department of Art and Art History. Erica has been at CSU for 12 years, and she's a painter of the American West. Her large-scale works reference the 19th century American sublime landscapes of Bierstadt and Church, and through a sharply critical lens presenting the West in its full complexity, its beauty, and the ongoing legacies of colonial expansion. Erica's work has been exhibited in more than 80 national and international exhibitions and is held in the permanent collections of the Phoenix Art Museum, the Nevada Museum of Art, and the Museo de Arte de Baja California Sur in Mexico, where she held a solo exhibition in 2024. She's a Fulbright Garcia Robles Fellow who spent a year in Mexico creating artwork based on fire practices in the Sierra de la Laguna, all of it conducted in Spanish and in deep partnership with local communities. She's developed field-based courses at the CSU Mountain Campus, the Todos Santos Center, and the Global Challenges semester. She received CSU's Distinguished Service Award for International Programs in 2024, one of only 3 recipients university-wide. Please congratulate Erica Osborne. So now please join me in welcoming our next presenter, Director of Human Resources, Becca McCarty.
Hello. All right, this year, the College of Liberal Arts launched a new employee recognition program. It is an initiative designed to foster a culture of appreciation, connection, and celebration across our CLA community. This program is rooted in the belief that recognition is not just a gesture, it is a strategic investment in our people. We have 2 types of recognition awards this year, Spot Awards and the Impact and Inspiration Awards. Today, we give out the Impact and Inspiration Awards, which are bestowed upon individuals who go above and beyond their typical role and embody one of the categories of collaboration, respect, recognition, joy, or community. Here are the recipients for this year. First, we have Emma Cleveringa, who's the chair assistant. Emma Cleveringa is the assistant to the chair in philosophy. Her nomination spoke to how well she supports those around her within her department and across the college. Emma is always ready to mentor new leads and take them under her wing. Emma has won the Impact and Inspiration Award for collaboration this year. Please join me in congratulating Emma Cleveringa. Next, we have Allie Wise. Allie Wise is the assistant to the chair in Race, Gender, and Ethnic Studies. Her nomination spoke to how she always goes above and beyond to make sure everyone feels supported. Allie has consistently supported other departments when they have been unstaffed or in a staffing transition. She has mentored, trained, and supported colleagues during times of tension, always with patience and resolve. Allie has won the Impact and Inspiration Award for collaboration. Please join me in congratulating Allie Wise. Nope. Also acceptable.
No peer pressure here.
All right. Next is Jenna Milliman. I echo your sentiments. Jenna is one of our HR partners. Jenna's nomination spoke to how she approaches even complicated problems with a smile, a laugh, and an eagerness to help, and understands that the way she interacts with people shapes real lives. Her Impact and Inspiration Award is for respect. Please join me in congratulating Jenna Milliman. Next, we have Eden Trujillo. Eden is one of our finance partners in the Dean's Office. Her nomination spoke of her ability to build community through small, meaningful gestures, such as bringing in treats for others, sharing pictures of her dog Major, and inviting others to share theirs as well. These moments of warmth and care create an environment where people feel seen, valued, and supported, and is the reason, don't cry, and is the reason he is being awarded the Impact and Inspiration Award for Joy. Please join me in congratulating him. All right. Next is Ashley Foster, Department of English. Ashley is the assistant to the chair for English. Ashley's nomination spoke of her ability to hold everyone together, especially during difficult and turbulent times. She supported her department through the transition of 3 chairs, and while this added challenges, did you say 4? Okay. While this has added challenges to her own work, she has been a rock for everyone else, serving as a stable presence that reassures everyone in the department. Ashley is receiving the Impact and Inspiration Award for Community. Please join me in congratulating Ashley Foster. Last but not least is the recipient of the Overall Impact and Inspiration Award, Chris Gallegos. Chris Gallegos is an academic success coordinator in the Dean's Office. Chris was selected due to his demonstrated achievement in every single category. His nomination spoke to the way Chris works across departmental lines to advance strategic goals. He has mastered the art of advocacy while valuing different opinions, rarely seeks recognition for the work he does for others, uplifts those around him, and has remained focused on creating an inclusive and welcoming environment where everyone feels supported. Please join me in congratulating Chris Gallegos. Another round of applause for our award winners, please. That was amazing. The other awards we launched this year were our SPOT Awards. SPOT Awards are given in real time throughout the year to recognize extra effort and impact. You can see some of our SPOT Award winners here for this past year. So you'll notice the theme of the little ducks. It's because when somebody wins a SPOT Award, they also get a little duck. So if you see any of these on somebody's desk, it designates that they want a SPOT Award, unless they decided to purchase them of their own, but that's where they are. It's also important to recognize that the incredible work of these individuals may not always be witnessed by a supervisor. So it is with great appreciation that we highlight these individuals who nominated their colleagues. So thank you. Next up is Dean Thorson again.
Thank you, Becca. Okay. Oh, I forgot that I had the voice of the Wizard of Oz. I apologize. So thank you all for presenting those awards, and it is now my great honor to present my Thumbs Up Awards. For those of you who weren't here last year, these are awards that recognize whatever I want. Generally speaking, important moments or remarkable contributions, some big, some small, that made a big difference in the past year. Those of you, if you've already seen the order, I changed the order. This is my area, folks, so I really apologize. The awards were inspired originally by my extremely awkward habit of thumbs-upping. Ever since the pandemic, I started thumbs-upping on Zoom, and I can't seem to stop it. I do it kind of weird and kind of wrong, and that became a whole thing. So this year, Stephanie encouraged me to go to the Nancy Richardson Design Center to have my thumb, what do we do? Cast, thank you, Suzanne, to have my thumb cast, but apparently my thumb failed. Nothing worked out, so yet again, you're gonna receive these beautiful, not my thumb, much more manly thumbs than mine, but it comes with all the heart. So, I was gonna make another joke that Ryan said I can't make, so I'm gonna leave it right here. Ask him later why he's the killer of all fun, and then he'll let you know. Okay, so our very first Thumbs Up Award this year goes to Suzanne Hale in the Gregory Alucard Museum of Art. I've titled this one the Stepping Up to Lead Award. Suzanne, as some of you may know, stepped up to serve as interim director of our wonderful Gregory Alucard Museum of Art, located right here in this building. If you haven't been recently, you should probably visit. It's pretty amazing over there, for the past very many months. And when we step up to lead, often we didn't ask for the job. Perhaps we didn't want the job. Perhaps we even thought we wouldn't be good at the job, but Suzanne was incredible. Her leadership, her community building, the way in which she respects her colleagues and advocates for that amazing museum is really a remarkable thing to see. So thank you for everything you did over these last few months, and congratulations again to Suzanne.
That really means a lot. I like your thumbs up.
Just don't do it. It's not cool, people, but yeah. Okay, next up, we are going to see Ashley Foster again from the Department of English. Ashley is receiving an award that no one wants, called the Wow, That's a Hard Job Award. Among her many activities, Ashley serves as the College of Liberal Arts rep to the task force at the university for the most popular piece of technology on campus, Interfolio. Ashley is our resident expert on the software, a person that everyone comes to ask questions. Whether you love it or hate it, she knows everything about it. So join me in saying congratulations, and thank you to Ashley. Oh, that's good. Okay. Our next Thumbs Up Award goes to Abby Woods from the Dean's Office. You may know Abby for many things, but she is most famous for creating 1,100 million successful commencements for CLA last year. Those of you who attended 1 or 70 of the 1,100 commencements that we have last year will know that it is no easy feat. And Abby was a leader for the entire university, a university that decided it was going to do it completely different, whether you liked it or not. And we went out there and we did it in an incredible way. And then they decided, let's do it differently again. So this year, we will have 1,100 divided by 3 commencements, in which she coordinated your cranky lot all working together to create single commencements across departments that don't usually work together. Amazing work, always cared about the student experience and the parent experience at the heart. And those commencements that we had last year, and I know this year as well, were incredible experiences for everyone who's part of them. So, oh, sorry, I'm making myself sad. Sorry, Jim. Congratulations, Tabby, thank you. Hmm. 1100, everybody. All right, our next Thumbs Up Award goes to, you know, also, I decide how many there are, too. This is my true moment of power here, so I hope you're all enjoying it. Our next award goes to Annie Krieg. Annie is a tremendous leader in the craft of teaching in the college. And you know, I have a lot of meetings. Mostly all I ever do is go to meetings. And when you sit down and talk to Annie, you can see the passion and the care she has for the work she does. She has been a pioneer in innovating engagement with undergraduate learning assistants. And even as the university has cut funding for the program, she's working creatively and closely with all of us to figure out ways to continue that program forward, to innovate it, to change it, to make these incredible experiences possible for more students. This year, she took over as leader of the CCAF Faculty Success and Student Success Conference, which is such an important thing that we do in this college every year. And when you talk to Annie, you hear her determination that we can work together creatively to build programs that enhance student experience, even if we only have $5, and even if we're not sure where we're gonna find the resources, we're gonna figure it out. And that's a huge part of why student experience in this college is absolutely the best on this campus. And so thank you, Annie, for being so amazing. So, I'm gonna start this one with a story, even though that's gonna slow the walking roll, so I apologize for that. When I was fairly new to CSU, I mean, some of you may say I'm still fairly new to CSU, but I feel old, so whatever. One of the stops on my introductory tour of people was Kevin McLennan. We've had Kevin McLennan here last year at one of our all-college meetings. He's the university's VP for enrollment. And I said, you know, Kevin, you may have noticed that enrollment in CLA has been slowly going down a little bit every year. National trends aren't really in favor of a lot of our disciplines, but I can see that this place is amazing. The teaching is amazing, the faculty is amazing, the student experience is amazing, the work we're doing over here is really incredible. How do we get students to take a look and to see the kinds of experiences that they would have here? And he said, I can't tell you the answer. I'm paraphrasing here, but it's kind of like this. I can't tell you the answer. You have to believe in what you're doing, you have to coordinate, and you have to work together, and you have to tell your story. But, he said, I can tell you what it'll feel like when it's working. You'll feel the momentum, and it'll feel like you are turning the ship. So our next award goes to our ship turner-in-chief, Kristen Mullen. Our intrepid recruitment coordinator, who is always up for one more big, bold experiment. Actually, she and I are trouble together. We're doing it. It's amazing. We're up in history. We're up in English. We're up in media. We are up. We are up more than the university, and it's really incredible. I hope you all can feel the momentum. And hold on, because we're going to clap again for Kristen. But I want to say that every single one of you who touches that mission of inviting students in to see the amazing work we do, a little piece of this award, a little thumbs up, but a glass one, a little piece of this award goes to all of you. It has been a big lift. We made a lot of changes in the last couple of years, and I want you to know how much it's working and how much we're able to inspire students with the great work our disciplines are doing. So congratulations to Kristen. Thanks. Okay, our final Thumbs Up Award. I could have been going all day, but I'm not. I'm actually almost on time. Our final Thumbs Up Award is the Legacy Builder Award. This award goes to someone who's taught me a lot about what it means to build toward greatness, to turn our human creativity to solving impossible resource problems, and to make our student experiences magical. This award goes to Dan Goebel, who is completing an 11-year term as director of the School of Music, Theater, and Dance. An easy job by no means. Wait, I'm not done with you, Dan. Okay, you can stay there. This is your stage, after all. No, you can stay in the middle. Dan's fingerprints are everywhere in this building, in the walls, in the lights, in the food y'all finally got over there in the corner. Thank goodness, congratulations. In the careers of the students and the faculty he has mentored and continues to mentor, and in the incredible reputation for excellence that this place has. Please join me in congratulating Dan for his remarkable legacy of leadership. Thank you. Okay, so last but not least, this wonderful time that we are all together is also our chance to celebrate together university and some national awards that have been formally recognized. So there was a luncheon last week, was that last week? That hosted by the provost and the president, in which we recognized our amazing university award winners. So I'm going to call each of you, and I'm going to ask you to join us on stage and to stay up here when you get here. You've already gotten your award, so yeah, you don't get a thumbs, I mean, yes, you get a thumbs up, but not the glass kind. And so when you come up, I'm going to ask you to stay here. But first, before we get there, I want to take a moment to acknowledge one very big national award. Our very own distinguished professor, Ed Barbier, has been elected to the National Academy of Sciences, which is kind of the biggest deal in the entire universe. You have to come up too, wherever you are. It's one of the highest honors for research that we have in this country. It's tremendous recognition of his work on the economics of environment and sustainability. When you talk about Ed, you're talking about someone who knows that you can change the world with a brilliant set of ideas. In addition, he also won the 2026 Planet Earth Award. Please join me in congratulating Ed for really being an extraordinary contributor to his discourse. We're very sorry that Ed has to stand here by himself, so perhaps the next set of you will hurry up here so that you can join him up here for a picture. Okay, I'm going to put them all on the slide, but as I call you, please do start coming up. So these are university awards that were recently recognized last week. First, Best Teacher Award, Michelle Ansel, Journalism and Media Communication. Woo. And another Best Teacher Award for Jason Downing from Sociology. Adam Thomas from History was recognized with the Oliver Pennick Distinguished Service Award, also coming up here for a second time. Kayla Bellamy-Lance from Music, Theater, and Dance was recognized with the Faculty Excellence Award Research Scholar. The Interdisciplinary Scholarship Award individual goes to Stephanie Malin from Sociology. The Gordon and Joan Bishop Professorship was awarded to Peter Harris from the Department of Political Science. The Scholarship Impact Award, recent achievement, but also forever achievement, goes to Rebecca Phillips from the School of Music, Theater, and Dance. And our very own man of a great deal of brilliance on the organ and in a million other ways, I am so proud that our own university distinguished professor was announced last week, Joel Bacon from the School of Music, Theater, and Dance. So again, please join me in saying congratulations. Y'all, we cleaned up this year. That's some pretty major achievements you got going on. Congratulations. Okay, you're excused. Thank you, though. Yeah, leave, get off the stage. Congratulations, yeah. Congrats. Okay, we have almost come to the part where you can go get snacks and drinks. I want to say, again, thanks to all of you for being here. I said in my opening remarks that the work we do belongs in the world, full stop, no matter what. Tonight, I think we reminded each other why we believe that and why we can see the importance of everything that we do. I'm hoping that we also reminded ourselves why we can find ways to remain optimistic even in hard times. So thank you to all of you for everything that you bring to this place. An extra special thanks to everyone who helped make this event possible. It takes an incredible village of people to put on any of the incredible number of events they do here in the University Center for the Arts. So I want to say thank you to the UCA team, which includes Daniel Stein, Jim Dozer, Valerie Reed, Gretchen Wheeler, Nicole Darling, and Heather Bellotti. So thank you to them. Thank you also to our Dean's Office staff, to Colleen Weitzel, Corey Seymour, Alyssa Breach, and the star of the Keeping Us All Going show, Stephanie Wagner. I want to let you all know that Stephanie really likes when you actually write your speech the night before. She finds that soothing. So if you ever need to work well with Stephanie, just take your time. I also want to say thanks and congrats again to Court. Court, where'd you go? Oh. We should recognize every graduate student when they get a job, but this one got a job, so should stand up and wave. Wave to Professor Court, teaching in a classroom near you. Actually, not that near you, but whatever. Okay. So I hope you will all join for the reception. It's just around the corner in Cindy Boomer Hall. And as you do so, please take a moment to look at the display of new faculty books. Thank you to Anne for putting that together. We do a lot of great kinds of work here. We've talked about a lot of it today. Some of you write papers, some of you write music, some of you create performances and write poetry. But this display of books, I think, is really worthy of a wow. It captures a really incredible moment. I want to say congratulations to all the authors and thanks to our team in the research office for their great support of our wonderful CLA scholarship. So whether you wrote a book or not, yay, congratulations. So again, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. I hope you can stay and have a moment to mingle with your colleagues. It is lovely to see you all here, and congratulations to everyone for all the amazing work you're doing. I will see you at commencement and then summer! Yay.